So first of all, realize that when you're executing your data science projects in the real world, you're most likely going to end up working for a corporate enterprise, right? So what you're really trying to do, what you're really trying to solve is you're trying to solve a business problem, right? What is a business problem out there, and how can I apply data science to it? That's really like the point of being a data scientist. So your project, it involves that, right? Your project might start with a data science, oh, excuse me, with a business problem or a business question they are trying to solve. From there, data science isn't really an algorithm or an answer. It's a process, right? It's the application of the scientific method to data. So you should be thinking of data science as a methodology, and that's one of the things that I explain in my book, Your First Year in Data Science, because methodology isn't something that's really taught in academic programs, right? So one of the things that I advocate for is you want to make sure that you're always following a process that is separated from the results. So your process might be to collect your data, and then you want to do some EDA on it, and then you want to do a visualization step on it, and then you want to come up with some sort of hypothesis, right? You got to go through a process of saying, well, what can we do with this data, right? What are some of the questions we can answer with this data? And then it's, what are the experiments that I would need to come up with an answer? What is the code that I need to run those experiments? I ran the code, I ran the experiments. Here's what it gave me, but now how do I translate that into business results? Right? So all of those things are involved in a data science project. So I'm taking the time to explain methodology because it basically hits upon the three things that you mentioned, right? So yes, a data science project is coding, it is visualizations, and it is other things, right? But I want you to kind of remember that ultimately you're serving a business, right? No one's going to pay you guys to just write math formulas or to talk about confusion matrices, right? You have to make all of that work mean something. You have to translate all of that into some sort of business impact. So that's really kind of what you should be focusing on when you think about a data science project. What is the impact that I'm going to have, or what is the business problem that I'm trying to solve? Not the coding problem, not the math problem I'm trying to solve, but what is the business problem I'm trying to solve?